Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights, and this will be part 72. In the previous part we played around the Double Dragon and started chapter 4. I may save the town, or try to at least, but I want to plunder it. Just in case something goes wrong, I can run away with all my ill-gotten gains. Anyway, winter, I was about to say dude and guy in one word, and that became die, apparently. Surprised you're still here. Let's see what you have in stock. Unfavorable rules. Ungrateful so-and-so. When you call someone an ungrateful so-and-so, what you're saying is fill in the blanks yourself. Potion of 8, I don't care about that. Don't care about that. An unidentified dagger. Leech. +5. Vampire regeneration. Cool. It's probably a great dagger. Time stop. Not a caster. Ring of protection +2. I don't need that anymore. Anything else we can sell? There's a gold ring, some gems, I guess. Boop. These bags. Horse wilting, isn't that what it's called? Wilting, yeah. Basically, it's causing things to wilt. Just like when you wilt spinach in a frying pan in order to give it a bound minimum of prep. I don't know why I hold on to those two, but I do. Red dragon armor. Cool. I know that I technically don't need the money and technically have absolutely no use for any armor or weapons, but in case someone plays this game and wants to have an idea of what they can potentially find, I was just thinking that showcasing most of it, not all of it, but most of it, might be interesting for certain people. Cloak of protection +5. You know what? I'll buy that. Because we have a protection versus evil +5, but that only works against evil characters or evil enemies, and you will be surprised by how many are actually neutral. A lot of humanoids will be neutral, not all of them. So technically that cloak is only active half the time, but this one is active all the time, and of course because we don't use our ring of protection anymore, we get the full benefit of it. So now we have an armor class of 38, which is not bad, but it could be better. Upgrade guy is not available. You cannot upgrade in chapter 4. You don't need to. You probably wouldn't be able to afford it if you chapter 3 prices are supposed to be an indication of anything. What have we got here? The Moonstone Mask. We need to go in there as well. Place of flesh offer. Oh, you did loot that one. See ya. I was just double checking. I had double checked. Okay. Is that right? Doesn't this used to be a pleasure house? Hi. Lucia. Yeah, sorry, right. Precious Lucia.
Please, I beg of you.
Help
my sister. Lisa's just a little girl.
I'll help you if I can. Where did you last see her? Don't worry, I'll bring her back. I won't actually. I won't bring her back. I will go and look for her, but I will not bring her back. I don't have time for that kind of nonsense. We need to go to the Temple of Tyr and buy some stuff there, and we need to find Nyatar, the druid from chapter 1. He wants to sell some interesting things as well. That's a bless. I don't really care to get to use them anyway. Great. I had checked that. Okie dokie. Where's Nyatar? He's here. Good. Badly wounded soldier, well, don't get anything for healing him, so he... Can I see what you have in stock? Druid? That's a bit rude, isn't it? I know he's a druid, but it just seems Very similar to Hey You, which I don't like. Because of course, I was looking for something with a higher wisdom bonus than the +3, and I couldn't find anything. And then of course it dawned on me that druids like clerics like wisdom, so why wouldn't the druid vendor have something like that? And he turned out to do. So now we have an armor class of 39. I feel there's something I'm missing. Ah, I know exactly what I'm missing. I will not be missing that for a long time. Oh, for very long, even for a long time. Literally a long time. Yeah, all that stuff. Didn't mean to mock. If I sounded mocking, it wasn't intentional. Sorry. I don't mock people. I let them do it themselves.
Please try to keep this conversation.
I need your services. Unfavorable. I'm trying to save the bloody city and you guys are unfavorable. See? +5 boots and we get +3 decks. Right? You see, if we were set enough to be using something as primitive as boots of speed, we wouldn't be able to run around with an armor class of 42. So, I'm fairly sure that's all. We just got another rope. Improved robes of the old order. Second hand +5 would technically give us high armor class, but being hasted is nice, and of course not having to rely on boots of speed to be hasted is very, very nice. Ring of power, ring of regeneration, protection, that is deflection. We don't want that, because then we might as well drop our cloak. Again, we could go for, if we went for natural armor, it would be a higher armor class. For a higher armor class, I need to slow down a touch. But getting the modifier for our skills is always nice. How many have we got? We got 40? Surely that must be enough. Surely. I can always go back and buy some if it's not. So technically we have done what we need here. We got the 2 quests. We have spent a bit of money and we still have plenty left. Yeah, nearly 500,000. That's what I was saying very early on in the series. If you're not relying on buying armor and that kind of stuff, you don't run out of money. You don't need to loot and vendor every single piece of equipment. I just like to do it because I'm me. But there will be a handful of fights to do around here, and we will do them all. This experience. 7,000 away from, or 6,115 away from 17. In case you're interested in knowing, in the recording that I scrapped, bear in mind I did use Lino for some of the time, whereas in this recording I have basically avoided using her, because of course they nick 20% of your experience. Regardless, would you not do that? Or that's a siege column. Can't do anything about that. Anyway, I'll finish one thing at a time. I reached level 17 in the recording I scrapped just before the final battle, basically. These golems, you can't defeat them. I wanted to try. They have massive damage resistance. When saying they're impossible, it is very true, they are impossible. They have massive damage resistance. I took one of them down to near death, and I was hitting it for 4 minutes. Well, I wasn't actually hitting it because it's damn hard to hit, but I was fighting it for 4 minutes in a position of being nearly dead, and it didn't destroy it. So you need to go and find the wizards controlling them. And those wizards, you know, they are not very bright because they have painted their doors in bright colors, so you can tell. I've got looting to do. Where they're located, so they're easy to find. But of course, wizards are wizards, right? They're cars. Don't tell me I'm getting myself blocked in here. That could be fun, couldn't it? Come on. If I can't knock it down, I'm effectively trapped. Come on. No, I'm not. I can do this. Maybe I can't. I should be able to do this. Come on. Thank you. Ha! Fooled you. Lesson learned. Don't do that again. That was a bit dumb. Correction. That was very dumb. It was actually excessively dumb. Anyway, those wizards control those golems. They painted some pretty doors in pretty colors, so we know where they're located. But because they're wizards and because they're cowards, they are hiding, and they are hiding behind something rather unpleasant. And you kinda expect it. I mean, wizards themselves are quite unpleasant. House entrance is even marked on the map. So, well, is that not it? No, that's just some random stuff. So let's go in and punch some random stuff. I hope, you know, I want that captain out of the way because I'm fairly sure in a previous life he obliterated me when I instant death as well as some description. So. It's worth quite a bit of experience to get rid of those siege golems. So I'm fairly sure they are equivalent to the golems we were dealing with in the ruins, the old, the Creator Base ruins. And of course, they were quite invulnerable. Beware the Balor, for he guards the entrance into Morgham's sanctuary and will kill all trespassers. Well, okay, I'll beware the Balor. I know it's not the same because it's two different fantasy worlds, but a Balor is what Gandalf was playing tag with in a Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, just so you get some sort of indication of what a Balor is. So, one of those is actually not just a Balor, it's a powerful version of a Balor. Balors are really powerful, so it's a more powerful version, I should say. That was just one scrap fight. Where the heck is it? It should be. It's before the first gate, I know that much. You know what? There should be a shining door somewhere. Door shiny, where are you? Shiny, shiny door. I am looking for a shiny door. Okay, there's that's it. And the frost giant. Frost giants are slightly inferior to fire giants, but slightly stronger than hill giants. There's another type of giant. There's technically two, depending on whether they are considered part of the game world you're in and whether they are considered to be giants. They are big, so I suppose they are giants, but storm giants are larger and more powerful than fire giants, and depending on, as I was saying before, whether they are in the game world or not, titans. But both titans and storm giants are usually good. Failing a saving throw, rolling 1, when you have plus much higher than the requirement for the saving throw, is a pain. Especially when you were busy saying something interesting while you were getting mauled that you can't remember what was. Anyway, let's go back in again. I'm fairly sure it was in here. Oh. Come on, fail again, come on. Let's have some fun. Don't everyone panic because of a little doggy, whatever it is. Come on. Effortless. Oh, it's a cat. I thought it was a dog. Apparently it's a cat. No, I'm not saying that. I was about to say something, and it was intentional that I would make it sound rude, but there's no point. Could you, maybe? Thank you. Yes, please. Good. They all drop the same note, by the way, warning up against the ballon. It is around this time that the power of the monk. I'm not saying monk is the single most powerful class,
That's it for you.
but as a
Take
pure class,
that.
it is quite powerful. And its power is beginning to show. I mean, obviously, we got some very decent gear, basically buff to high heaven, technically, but oh, there's Lisa. You know what, Lisa, you will just have to wait. I'm basically punching some faces, okay? Is that okay? Thank you. Oh. Well, these guys, they can confuse, which of course is a pain, but it's not so much a pain as terror, fear, because you will still fight. You may think that your ally is a big ugly ogre and start punching him or her in the face, but you will still fight. So confusion is very, very good when you have a large pack of enemies and you have one who's particularly naughty nasty, and then cast confusion in the middle of the pack and hope that some of them turn so they occupy each other. But against the player character in this game specifically, confusion is just a nuisance. I mean, I have been playing with a henchman and decided that the henchman was a good place to park my 200 sword or whatever it was I was wielding at the time. So I'm sure, but you look like a scabbard to me. Yeah? No. Okay. I want to find that wizard. Lisa, don't worry. It's perfectly safe. You just run home, girl. Are you, Lisa? It's safe now. You can go back. There you go. Yeah, it's perfectly safe. Don't worry about it. Nothing to be concerned about. If you see something big that looks like it's made of metal, just ignore it. It's just your imagination, girl. Don't worry about it. I've cleared the way behind you, ish. Corpses. Ocean of invisibility. Catapult commander. Of course, we had some catapults to deal with. Confusion. How quaint. Come on. Smack him about. Come on. What dare you? Come on. Can I see some decent damage, monk? Thank you. Oh, those the catapults. All of them. I always seem to think this more. It's probably because of the quest in chapter 3. Would you please salute? Thank you. Very much thank you. Come on. Oh, mousy. What about self? You mind? You bastard? Busy looting? Dare you? You son of an unpleasant person. Anyway, let's Commander's still alive. We can't explode that one yet. Have to die, and it has to die and get out of combat so the game will register the suicide to death. I'm pretty sure complains. Yeah. The commander's still alive. He's not alive. He's lying there, being rather splattered. He's definitely not alive. He's not moving. He's not breathing. His heart is not beating. I'm fairly sure he's not alive. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that's a minimum requirement for being considered alive. House entrance. What was that house entrance? Was that one? Yes, it is. Come on. Open the door. Are we looking for experience? Month. Asgard. Of course, yeah.
Spare a coin, friend.
Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Who are you? What are you talking about? Back door. The place doesn't have a back door. Where can I find this back door? Thanks for the info. This should be a bookshelf, a thing you can manipulate. Use the secret exit. We are now on the other side of secret exit thing, and it's cute, but we can just smash down the main gate door. That's perfectly okay. I have to remember that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. It's very, very easy to just become a bit I'll flatten them and then suddenly they triple quit you. I've seen it happen. 20-20-20 splat. Good fun. Got nothing better to do than reloading every 5 seconds. It makes editing a pain in the ass. I'm just saying. If I'm allowed to state the obvious. Okay. So, we still need to find those bloody wizards. They have some very, very distinctly marked doors, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Push up the door, why not? Oh, these guys again. You summon a spider, how dare you? Okay, you know what? I have to admit I do enjoy the fact that the certain spell things, they actually check allies. Because of course, I mean, I guess it's confusing for people, it should be confusing equivalent of who it is. So. Come on. Thank you. It's not what I'm looking for. These are not the wizards you're looking for. Because they're not wizards. Is that a hint, perhaps? Ow. Humble Hulk. Come on, money. Multicolored door, where are you? Not here. But there must be XP in there. Right? Sort of. Oh, come on, just get rid of that dire spider, will you? Come on. Punchy stuff.
Die as you must.
Don't care. You can hit him first or last, doesn't matter. Don't care at all. Now I'm confused. Should still fight. No? It's just, I mean, that's what is bound to happen once you get affected by a certain saving throw and have to do it about 20 times. Sooner or later you're going to fail. No. Unfortunately, when confused, sometimes just, what am I doing? I don't need to fight, do I? Fairly sure though that it still retains defensive bonuses, because technically if anyone's done martial arts of any kind, I'm not claiming that this is bog standard martial arts, because obviously it isn't. But you are some of the basic training you do, it looks silly, and it looks. I've heard quite a few people being rather disrespectful towards basic training, and I can understand that it perhaps looks a bit silly and a bit and no one fights like that kind of thing, and that's very, very true. No one does. That's not the point of those exercises. There's 2 points of those exercises. Well, there's technically more, but the 2 main points is to keep your form, your fighting form, not your fitness condition thing, whatever, but the form of the fighting. By remembering to do basics, you are not losing the basics. And of course, just as important is to make it a muscle memory thing. So the purpose being, of course, that if you are caught by surprise, even though you may not react, there's a good chance because of your training that your body will still respond. And that is the whole purpose. And that's why going up and down a hall or whatever it is people are doing, or alternating punches, it looks perhaps a bit silly for certain people, but it is it's a vital part of the training. I'm fairly sure I had must have the quest for those war golems. Usually it's very, very glowy door. Okay, let's see if that's one of the glowy doors that are not currently, or is it because it's daytime I can't see it? I don't know. No. Luskan Monk. I'm a Neverwinter monk. Let's see who wins. My bet's on me. Oh, you feeling about it? Okay, I won. Knockout in round 1. I was actually technically round 2, I think. Anyway, Cleric, Wizard. Cleric has a bigger chance of having something that will obliterate me. You have failed a saving throw, so I would rather just let the attacks of opportunity deal with that guy. And it did. It's always nice. Come on. Surely I have the quest for those things, don't I? Ah. Do we want to go and toy with the Balor? We can do it if you want to. I suppose it's my decision. I'm asking people that cannot possibly answer. Because that's, I did ask. Right? Sorry. I'm just trying to be remotely entertaining, and I'm not necessarily saying that I'm succeeding, but at least I'm making the effort. You know, let's go and say hi, but we, you know, just safety measures. Let's go this way. That doesn't help us much in fight. This will catch grace, of course, more dexterity, more armor class, endurance might be good for any potential fortitude saving throws. How's wisdom? 47. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Come on. Because this is about a half dragon. According to this, it's impossible. That's not quite the case. It's definitely powerful, but it's not impossible. The biggest problem for us is if we fail a saving throw against a death star. This could happen. I suppose the best way to deal with that is to try and knock it down. See if we can. Okay, it's knocked down, should be dead. Boom. And when it died, it released a thingy that if you fail your saving throw can paralyze you. I think? Maybe? Well, don't know. 600 experience. That's the one, we failed. I had to fail it. I just had to fail it. We're looking good. 4,264. 66. Oh. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.